Welcome everyone to the Bobbo's YouTube channel. This is Bobbo's Sports Corner, and we're going to talk about the NBA playoffs. But first, I'll go through the other sports like I usually do, but I'm going to do it really quickly. So, Patriots, they drafted Drake May. I think it's a good draft pick. My nephew Griff does not, and he was right about Mac Jones, so he's probably right again. So we'll see how their season goes. With the Red Sox, their errors, and defense, and yeah, they're not good. They're like in fourth place in their division. So we'll see how that works out. Maybe they'll get better. Maybe they'll get people at the trade deadline. Who knows? They stink. Um, then the Bruins. Man, the Bruins. I've watched every single playoff game, which is. I'm not the biggest hockey fan, but I've been getting a lot more into it. And they should have. So they came in second place in the season, and Florida was number one, and they were only up by 1 point, so it was only a 1 point difference. So we won in the first round in 7 games, and then in the second round we lost in 7 games to Florida again, like last year. But at least we got to the second round. But in all honesty, Swayman, if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't have even gone past the first round. He was awesome. I know he gave up a lot of goals, but it really wasn't his fault. The defense sucked. They gave up way too many shots on goal. When I think in Game 7 there was a stretch of like 12 minutes without a shot on goal, which was ridiculous. So all that, they should be ashamed of that stuff. But yeah, let's move on to the more important stuff. Right now is the NBA playoffs. Um, we'll have, so in the Western Conference Finals, it is the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Dallas Mavericks. So first, I thought for sure that OKC would beat Dallas in the second round, but Dallas's um, experience and stuff kicked in, so that's why they won. And they have Kyrie, who's been in the finals and all that stuff, who I don't like, but I'm sure like all Boston fans don't like him. But you can't deny that he's an amazing player. And then Luka, who's an awesome player and has been stepping up a bit on defense, which I'm surprised by because he used to not be a defender at all. So anyway, so Minnesota beat the defending champs, Denver Nuggets, and that was interesting. Man, Minnesota's good. You got Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards. You have Cat, Carl Anthony Towns. You have KCP. You have Porter. They have a really good team. Mike Conley. So, in my opinion, I don't think Dallas has a shot because I think Minnesota is too much of a juggernaut. But we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll take them to 6. They'll steal a game in Minnesota and then maybe win a game at home, and then it will be over in 6. We'll see. But you can't deny the talent of Luka and Kyrie, so they always have a shot. So we'll see what happens. But I pick Minnesota in 6 at the most. I think it'll be even lower than that. But yeah, so the most important, these guys, the Boston Celtics. So in the first round, we beat the Miami Heat in 5. So a gentleman's sweep. But really, they just got outplayed in game 2. And Miami shot like, I think it was like 70% from 3 or some crazy number. So it was a fluke game and they would never shoot like that again. Um, so we beat them, but it really showed that with Porzingis gone, we have a hard time rebounding, and I don't know how to describe it. They've had this problem for years where when they're moving the ball around and passing and getting like, I want to say like 32 assists a game, they're unbeatable. They're unstoppable. Like they're the best team in the league. And especially when they're shooting the threes good. But they get to this point where, like, say they're up 15, 20, whatever, and they let go. Like they release the rope. That's the saying. And these teams come back and they have a chance to win. Luckily, the Miami, I mean, like I said, the game two in Miami, it was a fluke. They shot unreal numbers, and Boston just didn't have it. And then we beat Cleveland in five. And in all honesty, I got to hand it to Cleveland because they fought a lot. And with like nobody on their team, I think Donovan Mitchell was out the last game, and they still made it a pretty close game. So if they can, if Cleveland can stay healthy and get another piece, they might be dangerous next year. But we beat them in five again, so another gentleman's sweep. Um, yeah, I think the Miami series, there was I had no worry in the world that we were gonna win. We weren't gonna win that series. And then in Cleveland, they made me worry a little bit because they had the fight in them, and they had a lot of guys like, man, Marcus Morris Senior, the guy that we should have never let go. He was killing us. He just has that dog in him. But yeah, so we beat them in five. Porzingis is still out. So now, um, what was the second round? The Knicks versus the Pacers, and the Pacers won in seven. But really, the Knicks should have won that series. But they talk about injuries. They were going like 12 deep in the bench because everybody was injured. Ojanobi, um, even Brunson, who played amazing, he broke his hand in the last game. Felt bad for him, and they still almost won that game. So Indy should feel lucky that they made it past them. But I will say, Indy's um, offense is lights out. It's crazy. They shot 67% from the field in Game 7 against the Knicks, and man, they move that ball around, and they're really good. McConnell, he reminds me of Pritchard, where he just doesn't give up. He has that bulldog mentality. Yeah, Halliburton is awesome. Um, Miles Turner is really good. Then you have the finals experience with Pascal Siakam, who they got from Toronto. Um, so they're a little scary team. I think we'll beat them. But like I said, if Boston moves the ball around and keeps that going, does plays, and doesn't do this stupid hero ball where Tatum or Brown dribbles the ball for 20 times and then hawks it up with a last second shot that is defended, then we'll beat them easily. But if we don't do that, we'll beat them easily. But if we get into that, man, Pace's offense is awesome. Their defense is all right. That's why I think we will win the series, but their offense is great. So if the Celtics aren't on it 100% on offense and defense, then they're going to have some troubles. I think it will go six. I think that it might go in Boston. Boston picks up both the home games. In Indy, Indy picks up both home games and then they fight it out from there. Um, so I think the Celtics win in six. I think there's going to be a game that we get blown out um, because of their offense is so incredible. And we just, if they just played their style a full 48 minutes, they no team could beat them. I don't care if it's Denver, Minnesota, Dallas, Indy, New York, who cares? We would beat everybody. But they don't do that for some reason. They have these lapses in their games that it's like, what are you guys doing? Like, I could go out there and defend them because they're just hero ball like crazy. But when they do move the ball, I think you need 30 assists, 25 to 30 assists a game, and you need to shoot above 40% from three and drive to the hoop. Like, well, it might have been before the season ended, but it might have been in the playoffs. I forget. But there was a game that they shot like 40 something threes and they were not falling. And I'm sitting there like, why do you keep shooting this? If they're not falling, go to the hoop. Pass the ball around. Get your offense going. Make plays. Whatever. And they just didn't do it and lost. But I ultimately think they will win in six. The rumor and innuendo is that Porzingis is out the first two games, but he could be back in the middle of the series. And I say if we go up 2-0 and maybe 3-0, I would not even put him in the Eastern Conference Finals. Though there is an argument, and I kind of agree with it, where maybe putting him in for one game, maybe the closeout game, just to give him the reps and get back into ball shape and all that stuff and like get him going before the finals. And then we we need him in the finals because I think it's gonna be Minnesota, like I said. So they have a lot of their big long team that we're gonna need Porzingis to win the finals. So in my opinion, so yeah, like I said, Minnesota in six and Celtics in six, and then it will be Timberwolves versus Celtics in the NBA Finals, and then I'll do another video before that. But we'll see what happens. I hope they play well. I hope they keep moving the ball and not this stagnant offense, and they should win Banner 18. And if they keep this team together, I think this summer Tatum is eligible for an extension, and that'll kick in the following summer. Jalen Brown's extension kicks in this summer, and Drew Holiday's kicks in this summer, or maybe next summer, because he signed it this year. So there's going to be a time there, maybe 2 years from now, 3 years from now, that they're going to have to make some tough decisions because they might not be able to pay all those salaries. I know White is up for extension. So we'll see what happens. And I really don't want to lose White. I love Drew Holiday. I think he's an amazing defender. But I'd rather keep White than Drew. Because White is an amazing scorer and defender. Like, Drew can score, don't get me wrong. But White is way better. But yeah. I think the addition of Drew Holiday and Porzingis is awesome. And I think that will have us win a championship this year. Which would be awesome. It hasn't been since 2008, so 16 years since our last title. So we need to get one, and we need to get a leg up on the Lakers. They have 17 titles too, so we need that 18th, and then just keep piling them on. As long as you keep Tatum Brown here, I think we'll be good. I know it's taken them a while to get to this point, and in the finals 2 years ago, they just didn't have any gas left. and Tatum got hurt, and yeah, so I'm not that upset that they. I mean, it sucks that they lost that finals, but they would have beat Golden State, but they just ran out of gas um, because they played a lot of games in the postseason. That's why you have to finish teams early because you save up that energy for the finals. But yeah, that's my predictions. Yeah, I'm going to my Uncle Neil's on Saturday to watch game 3. Tomorrow I'm going to the Knights of Columbus in Lynn to watch game 1. And then game 2 is Thursday, so I'll probably just watch it right here. Yeah, so leave a comment down below. Tell me your predictions. If you think the Celtics are going to move on, or even if you think the Celtics are going to win the title, or if they're going to lose. So let me know below. Leave the comments. If you like this video, go like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell icon so you know every time a video's popping up. And I'm going to try to do more and more of these videos. I know I've been doing the, I have my pops over here, the pop unboxing and the soda uncanning. I want to do more taste tests and do more games and stuff like that. I would love to get other people on the channel. Obviously, I can't have someone on the channel, but maybe someday I'll get Jack on the channel and others if I can figure out how to do that technology wise. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Again, like I said last video, I think, you have mental health issues, go get it. Go get help. Or if you need to talk to someone, I'm here. Because when I went to that group therapy, you have no idea how great it was. And also, if you want to donate to my nonprofit, it's sweetsadie.org. It's in honor of my sister Sarah. We give tuition, we give scholarships, we give money to research for ALS and muscular dystrophy and dementia. And our next event, keep following the Facebook page or my website, sweetsadie.org. It should be a concert. We're just trying to find a venue right now, and then we're going to go from there. So it could be August, September, October, one of those. And then we'll have the walk again the following year. And I have a couple ideas for a couple more events. So we'll see what happens with that, because I'm pretty busy with work and stuff like that. But I love this nonprofit, and I want to keep it going and growing. So please help out. But yeah, if you like it, go like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the bell icon, and go to sweetsadie.org to donate. Thanks everyone for watching. This has been another episode of Bobbo Sports Corner, and go Celtics. Peace.